Boom. What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez. I'm back with another Player Prop Talk live stream here on the channel. As always, I hope this finds you doing well and in good spirits. Happy Friday, 2024, May 31st, 2024. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope your morning's going well. Hope your Thursday night went well. Hope your Thursday, the entirety of the day went well. As we move into the weekend, we move into the final days of May, and here we are already in June. And before you know it, football season's here. I hate those fucking people who always want to look forward to football season. Only 8 months till football season. Like, are those the same people that are like, oh man, I can't wait till Friday and it's only Monday morning? There's a lot of stuff going on between now and September, so enjoy, pick them regardless of the sports available, and be blessed today. Hashtag blessed, because you woke up, you're watching this, you're seeing this, unless you are a ghost, which is still pretty cool, especially if you can hit a like button. But yeah, you woke up today, so hashtag blessed. Over 10% of the US population dies every night in their sleep. Yes. So you didn't die. So good on you. The most morbid start to a stream that I've seen on YouTube. I don't know how other streams start. Well, at least I don't know how all of them start, but I'm pretty sure most of them don't start with a death stat. That is just how I roll, though. All right, let's move on into a few extra things added to today. I'm gonna just keep this slide in here every single stream. Choosing your attitude is 100% up to you. The reason I have this in here is because, especially with Pick'em, and this is applicable to anything, but especially with Pick'em, player props, whatever you're playing, your attitude can shift dramatically based off your picks, if they hit or not. You're in the best mood when they hit, and you're in the worst mood when they don't. So you are allowing something else to control you. You are allowing something else to tell you how to feel, why to feel it. So choose your attitude first thing in the morning. Choose it and stick to it. So no matter what happens throughout the day, you've already drawn that line in the sand. So whatever your attitude is today, you chose it. Don't let something else do it for you. Speaking of doing something for you, do this for you. Scan that QR code. If you're not yet on BETR, it's a pretty cool site. If you don't have any other additional pick'em sites that you play on right now, and you're only playing on PrizePicks, or if you're only playing on PrizePicks or Underdog or whatever, you're looking for a second or even a third pick'em site to play, then BETR's a good one. It really is. I wish they had a desktop app. I would love to pull that up on the desktop during stream, because the whole layout is pretty smooth, just real smooth. But first time deposit match up to 250. They were running Luka promos throughout the entirety of that Western Conference Finals. Luka promo pretty much every game. So 5 Luka promos during the course of the WCFs. So not sure what they're going to do in the finals. Hopefully we get a nice balance, maybe a Tatum promo, maybe a Luka promo. Who knows? Hopefully they keep it going, because those are fun. Those are great bankroll builders as well. And I've been sharing those promo slips in the Discord for everyone to check out. So if you've been telling those, for the most part, they've been hitting. I think there were a couple of promo slips that did not hit, but it wasn't because of Luka not hitting. It was just the other picks that I paired with the promo that didn't hit. So yeah, BETR's a good one. If you haven't joined, feel free to do so using my promo code. I've even stopped in the chat to see what's going on in the chat. What's up, everybody? Let's see what we have going on here. I'm dressed like I still live in Boston. It is raining today. It's been raining all day today. Overnight rain. Hoodie and beanie just feels appropriate today. Trying to pull up the chat, but it is now the shit that happens when it rains, honestly, is that Wi-Fi and everything just gets really sticky, and there's just really bad loading times and all this bullshit. So I apologize for any technical difficulties. 100% out of my control, and we can't blame AT&T for that today. So I'm gonna blame Mother Nature for that shit. So what's going on, Canadian Dad? Big T, Hunter's Hybrid Media. Got a couple plays in there. We'll get to those here in a second. Blackman and Chris Bryant total bases. You like the over on both of those. All right. All right, let's get into it. Talking player props here on the channel. Today is Friday, May 31st, 2024. PrizePicks, Underdog, Jock Market, Better, Sleeper, Hot Streak, wherever you play, we can dig into your player prop questions using all the tools and resources over on props.cash. Yet another promo for you. I'm all about saving money. I'm all about offering you deals. Thanks 25 is the promo code. 25% off your first month on props.cash. If you've yet to use props.cash or even seen props.cash, then you are in for a treat, because every single live stream we use in real time here. So throughout the course of the live stream, you'll get to see props.cash used. And if you like what you see after that, then definitely join up using my promo code. This information is also located in the stream description. So if you don't catch it, or if you can't remember what it is, just go back and look at the descriptions. In fact, all my promo codes are in the stream description. So everything I talk about here on the stream is also in the description. So we're getting ready to pull up the PrizePicks dashboard here in a second. Some good stuff. And I just am trying to get past the loading and buffering right now with the apps before I share my screen, just so that it's not an all black screen. All right, so starting to pull up right now. Pretty good day in the Discord yesterday. I'll share with you some of the winning slips we had yesterday in the Discord a little later on, but we did all right. If you haven't used your Poirier free square, now's the time to do it. I've used it once. If not for Elias Diaz going over total bases, I'd be in line for a nice 25x. So the best I can finish with, hopefully he gets one damn strike tomorrow. But the absolute best I can do is the 2x on that slip. So close to a big cash on that one. So I actually have $19 left on my Poirier square. I should play that today. Instead of talking shit about other people playing it, I need to play it. So yeah, Poirier's still up. You can put that basically into anything. If you have a 4 pick that you like, you have the Poirier. Oh, there's a gnat in my apartment. Nah, man, these gnats have been everywhere. I found out where they're kind of coming in through the window. There might be like a little crack at the top of one of my windows. Yesterday was a day I was just cleaning and just swatting little bugs out of my apartment. So that's where they've been coming in from. I figured it out. Definitely something I need to maybe get maintenance in here to do, seal that shit up. Nonetheless, hope one of them doesn't fly into my face during live stream. Yeah, I got $19 left to play on my Poirier square. So maybe we'll build out a Poirier slip today on the stream. We should build out a slip, maybe 2 slips here today. and see if we can cash out on a Friday. Early payday for everybody in the stream. What's good, JR? All right, so let's do this. Let's pull up. Let's pull up that Blackman and Chris Bryant those total base props for hybrid. This square has alternate projections available. Tap to swap between standard demon and goblin projection. Oh, okay. So I wonder if people were just complaining that the board is just too congested with plays. It's hard to find a certain play when it's just goblins and demons everywhere. This is actually a really good update to just toggle between the two. That makes a lot more sense than trying to like, I mean, the board is still pretty congested, but instead of there being like 3 times the amount of plays, this is smart. All right, so let's just pull up Colorado Rockies. I got it. Now, I hope this fucking pop-up doesn't show every time we go to a new page. That's going to get super annoying. Like those cookies, the cookie pop-up at the bottom of a page when you go somewhere. Like anytime I'm searching for like NBA rumors on like, you know, Bleacher Report or something, I get that little cookie notification at the bottom. I'm like, I get it, I got it. Every fucking time I swipe up, that thing is there. Anyway, I feel like talking shit today, but in a playful, positive way. All right, let's find amongst all the demons. Let's find Blackman and Chris Bryant. So Chris Bryant and Blackman. So total bases, you like the over on these hybrid media. Now this is a demon prop for Blackman. And I'm going to say that this is also a demon prop for Chris Bryant. So I don't know if these were ever at a normal line. Probably not. Usually when you see a line move from OG to demon or goblin, if it's too good of a play, then they make it a goblin to nerf the payouts. Or I guess they could make it a demon. No, because if it's already not a good play, that's when you see the demon play, because it makes it even more risky. So usually the better odd plays will become a goblin and you'll get less money for those two. So maybe these were just not in good positions to start with. So rather than letting you play the under on something, PrizePicks is forcing you to take the over. But we'll break these down on props.cash and see if we can build a case out for these overs on Blackman and Chris Bryant today. Let's see. Javier Assad under hits allowed. All right. Anybody else got a play? We'll just build out a play for hybrid. He's got the first 3 plays in the chat. Appreciate you being here, man. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. It doesn't mean you haven't been on the stream before. I just haven't seen you in the chat. All right, so Javier Assad under hits allowed. Yeah, we're not playing that on PrizePicks because PrizePicks only has the goblins, and that's not honestly worth taking. So At 4.5 hits allowed, you could take the over on this one. You're forced to take the over on this one, but you're just not going to get enough payout. Now, if you wanted to run something like that to where the goblins, or excuse me, where the demons balance it out. Now, this 3-pick, you know, your typical 3-pick is a 3x. This one gets boosted up to a 4x. Excuse me, that's incorrect. Your 2-pick is a 3x. So if we put his pitcher fantasy score in here, took his hits out, just to show you, with 2 demons and just 2 demons and a regular line, you're looking at a 5x. And then with his hits allowed, you're looking at a 4.5x. And that's on a flex. Usually on a 3-pick, you want to go power on that one. And that does jump from a 5x to 8.5. So you are getting a nice increase in pay and you are balancing it out. So appreciate that. Appreciate your giving nature this morning. Appreciate that. Alyssa Thompson under 10 rebounds. Let's pull that one up. Hit that like button on your way in as well. 13 viewers on the stream. Let's get 13 likes up in this bitch. You guys know how, you ever seen those baby on board tags on cars? Sometimes they're license plates, sometimes they're stickers, sometimes they're just like the little suction things from the inside of the window. It's like a little hazard sign. It says baby on board. I was walking through the parking lot a while back, a long time ago, and I saw one that read "baby up in this bitch," and that made me laugh out loud. I had to take a picture of that and send it to all my mom friends, and I've been seeing them more. This was like 6 years ago. The first time I saw the "baby up in this bitch," little whatever, little decal, whatever, and now I'm starting to see them a little bit more, but. I don't know whoever invented that or came up with that one. That shit was good. That was a good one. Let's see. Shakira Austin over 19 PRA. The other day I built out a first half WNBA slip, and I went 4 out of the 5. I went unders. Not because, just basing it off of game log, and it hit for, I think, 4 out of 5. I think got 4 unders right. The other one I went over on didn't go over, but there's some value there in the first half. And the reason I was looking at the first half, it was because of the Kayla McBride first half under fantasy score that we looked at the other stream, and just that hit for us, but also like how consistent that under was. I mean, she had went under 4 or 5 games straight, and it's just not a trend. It's just what they do. Certain players don't show up in the first half, and it's really something you can exploit. So if you have the time to dig into first half player props for the WNBA, there's a lot of value there. If you have props.cash or any other research tool, that really helps you out in terms of game logs. You don't have to type so much in. Like if you're on StatMuse, you got to type every little thing in. You can just go by the games on props.cash. But I just wanted to mention that because I'm always looking for value and ways to just leverage. That's definitely one of them. All right. Oh, Hyber said Caitlin Clark DK promo hit last night for you. Nice. What was her promo on DK? Pick6? Was it Pick6 or was it just the standard DK book? Jonah said McBride over second half fantasy score has been consistent. That's crazy because you're talking about the same player who, you know, is kind of like night and day. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Congrats. Yeah, same player night and day. You know, first half no go, second half all show. All right. Let's do this. Let's pull up props.cash. Like I mentioned, if you've never seen props.cash before in real time, in real life, in fake life, in real life, then hold on to your britches because we're about to get going. I mention this every so often, but props.cash they do a really great job. Their writers do a really great job of blogging across the multiple sports that day. So no NBA today, we all know that. WNBA blog should be out later today. MLB blog is already out. And what they do is they just go through player props. They're not giving you a take in terms of over under. They're just kind of breaking them down and showing you why it's standing out to them. So it's not like a cheat sheet or anything, but if you're looking for a start to your research, that's a really good place to start. NHL is the other one, the other blog that comes out. All right. I'm going to pull up the Colorado Rockies and Dodgers game. We're going to take a look at Bryant, and we'll take a look at Blackman. So this is why this is considered a demon prop on PrizePicks, because it's getting minus 184 to the under. So had this not been slapped with a demon, there are a lot of players out there that would have said, oh, let's go under on this one, because the books really like the under on this one, at least on Caesars they do. And then when you look at DraftKings, BetMGM, and Pinnacle, all of them favor the under. But PrizePicks will put a demon on it. So now it makes it interesting, because if you play it and it hits, you're getting that payout boost. Even if it doesn't hit and you put this in a flex, you still can leverage the payout boost. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Now, this game against the Dodgers, I don't think this one is in Colorado. I think this one is in LA. So his numbers against Walker Buehler are off the charts. So you would believe that a lot of players are going to play the over on this one. So let's try to make sense of these odds, because when we look at these numbers across the board on his projections, he's projected for a hit, and that's about it. His run projection is low, his RBI projection is low, and he's just projected for a single. When we look at his numbers versus Walker Buehler, the BVP on this one is through the roof. It's off the chain. It's off the hook. It's off the wall. It's off the side of the backboard. 51 plate appearances, 362 batting average, 617 slug percentage, 10 singles, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 8 RBIs. .255 ISO, 395 BABIP. Only at 15.7 K rate versus Walker Buehler. So I know this line looks very good, but had this line been like 30% strikeout rate or something like that, then it's telling you that he's whiffing a lot. And so the fact that we're getting a pretty low K rate and not the best walk rate, but he's too busy hitting the shit out the ball to walk. But the low K rate means he's putting the ball in play. So it's very difficult to record bases when you strike out. If you're putting the ball in play and you're hitting them where they ain't, then you're going to get on base. And so when you look at the BVP on Blackman, this one looks good. When Blackman is not facing Walker Buehler versus right-handed pitching on the season, a 240 batting average with 2 homers, 2 triples, 9 doubles, and 18 singles in 142 plate appearances versus righties. Against lefties, minimal plate appearances, so there's not a whole lot to look into there. So versus righties, the numbers are fine. versus Walker Buehler, they're fantastic. Walker Buehler versus left-handed bats like Charlie Blackmon has given him problems to start the year off. 45 batters faced, 10 singles, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs. Versus righties, he's cruising. Yeah, he gave up 2 home runs versus righties, but I mean, that batting average is hella low. I can't figure out why this one is getting such poor odds. Maybe it's going to work to your advantage if you want to take the over, because this is going to give you a payout boost. So if you're really high on Charlie Blackmon today, if you smoking that Blackmon shit, then maybe look to take the over on his fantasy points, or even maybe take an over on a couple of other demon props and spread them out throughout your slips so that you can leverage a possible big performance today. But yeah, that one looks strong. That's a good find. Let's look together at the Chris with the K. Incorrect name having ass. So looking at his total bases today, are his total bases were at 0.5, and PrizePicks has it at a 1 point. Did I miss his 0.5 total base prop? Was I just too busy looking for, or did I just lose it in the mix of demon props over there? Does he have a 0.5 total base prop? He does not. He does not. So I don't know. If you can find his total base prop at 0.5, play it. That's stupid low. If you can't find it at 0.5, then we just have to look at what's given to us, and that's the 1.5. Obviously, 0.5 is stupid low. You're going to get crazy good odds to the over on this one on Caesars at 160, DraftKings at 150, BetMGM at 155, and Pinnacle at 159. Average odds across those 4 books probably close to like 155, 156 to the over. So he needs 2 total bases today. Gone over that line in 3 out of his last 10 games. And over his last 5 games, he's gone over this in 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5, not 3. Numbers against Walker Buehler, not as good as Charlie Blackmon's numbers, but he does have 2 doubles versus Buehler, 1 single. If he gets a double today, that gets it done. So we're talking about total bases, not hits. So he can actually get this done in one plate appearance. Numbers versus right-handed pitching on the year. Chris Bryant really struggling from both sides of the plate, although he does have a slightly better average. His average versus lefties is so poor that 193 batting average is actually considered green. It's still below Mendoza, but it's a lot higher than 105. 70 plate appearances, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs. A home run or a double gets it done today. I mean, that would be a great no sweat bet, right? Again, Walker Buehler versus righties has dominated so far this season. However, again, he has given up a few multi-base hits to Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant versus Buehler, a little bit of a higher K rate, but doing a really good job at drawing walks. Now, that doesn't help you today because walks don't count towards a total base, so you don't want him to walk. Unless you take the over on a fantasy score where you get 2 points for the walk, and then as long as he's on base, he can score a run, so that gives you another 2 points. That does help you out. But in total bases, you need him to actually hit the ball and hit safely. Chris Bryant versus righties has a 31% K rate this season. He's striking out a lot versus right-handed pitching. In fact, he has the highest K rate versus right-handed pitching on the team. Out of the 2 we looked at, Charlie Blackmon obviously stands out to me as the superior play. if you are looking at this as a possible kind of heating up a little bit, right? You know, sports are like momentum in sports is the same. Like once a player sees a shot go in, once a player hits safely, once a quarterback, you know, finds a target here and there, they start heating up, they start getting into a rhythm. And that's how hot streaks are started. So if you feel like this is a hot streak starting for Chris Bryant, 4 hits over his last 5 games, 7 bases over his last 5 games, 3 RBIs over his last 5 games, 6 strikeouts over his last 5 games. But, you know, good comes with the bad, bad comes with the good. Yeah, you can play this then because you can make a case that way. All right. Spent a lot of time. Oh, got it. Damn. All right. We spent a lot of time on this shit. No NBA players. I guess we're going right to Javier Assad. We're going to look at hits allowed for Javier Assad. Now, the only line you can play for Javier Assad is 4.5 hits, and that is a goblin. So maybe you don't want to play this one because A, you have to take the over on this one, and B, it is a nerf because a goblin does not pay out full. A goblin is a friend who owes you money and pays you half of it and never pays you the other half. They're like, I got you next week, and then that never comes. You're not going to get your full payout on goblin. It's that bad friend that you never hear from again. However, if you want an easy hit, you know, goblins are a good low hanging fruit. If you want to throw those in a slip, then you can, I would suggest you mix and match with a demon to balance it out. But he's projected for 4.45 hits today, which is not a huge number. But the odds on this one speak loud and clear. Minus 145 on Caesars, 141 on Pinnacle, 140 on BetMGM. All 3 books like the over with 0 juice to the under. 106, 100, 100. So you're getting a pretty unanimous. Feel here on this play of the hits allowed. So Cincinnati is expected to come out swing hot bats. De La Cruz 400 batting average, Spencer Steer 300, Fraley 333, Will Benson 333. You have some bats in here that have seen Assad and have done fairly well against him. And the fact that it was nerfed to a goblin tells you that it was a good play for the over. We see it right here. I would almost rather them bump this up to 5 rather than make it a goblin because you don't get the nerf payout. But it is a nerf payout. If you can find this at 4.5 somewhere else, I suggest you play it there before playing it on PrizePicks. All right. Let's go on to the WNBA. Let's wrap this group of player props up. I think Alyssa Thomas was our first one over rebounds. And then we'll take a look at Shakira Austin over PRA. So Alyssa Thomas rebounds sitting at 10. This was getting negative odds. Minus 135 to the under at 10.5. But at 10, it doesn't change a ton. She's been on a bit of a cold streak these last 5 games. I mean, was this an outlier? And this is kind of what she is, or is she this and she's just having a bad stretch here? Projected for 9.58 rebounds today, so that is roughly 10. If you want to round it up to 10, she needs 11 to go over. Dallas's defense, not allowing a ton of rebounds per game, only 32.5. When we look at Connecticut, who is Alyssa Thomas' competition for rebounds? Brianna Jones. I mean, I'm just basing it off the names I see here. Dejanay Carrington, 10 rebounds last game. DeWanna Bonner, Joanna Mann. I'm never going to get tired of that joke. I mean, there are a few names on this team that might interfere with Alyssa Thomas grabbing you 11 boards. I think the important thing here is to try to figure out if this is just, is she a double-digit board? Is she a double-digit rebound player? We're going back a couple of seasons, 2022 until now. She has gone over 10 rebounds in 36% of her games. If we drop this down to 9.5, this tells you she's gotten you 10 or more. The previous stat shows you she's gotten you 11. So she's gotten you 10 or more. 10 does get you to push in 48% of her games. There are a lot of games in this graphic where she's gotten you 10 plus. And there are also quite a few games. I mean, she's basically 50-50. So head-to-head versus the Dallas Wings, 4 straight 10 rebound performances. I mean, that's pretty consistent. 5 games, 8 here. I mean, averaging 8.2 rebounds. Definitely want a game like this today. All right. Points. Is anything else standing out for her? Points and rebounds. Just points. So her points if her points are at 14.5, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, FanDuel, Fliff, Bet Rivers, Unibet, and Caesars, Bovada, all like the over. I'm pretty sure her points got bumped up to 15. If they're still at 14.5, you could look to pivot from her rebounds to her points. Or you could look to go over on her points and rebounds, because if she's going to get you, let's say she gets you 9 rebounds, okay? She's projected for 16 points based off these odds. The odds and the projections do line up. 16 plus 9 is 25. That's what she needs to go over. So if you're hesitant on her rebounds and you like her points, you could just go to her points. Or if you just want to combine the two because you are getting a bit of a discount, you can do that. All right. Shakira Austin over 19.5 PRA. Why did I think she played for Atlanta? Washington. All right. Projection on this one is 18.5. So there's 19. Projections have her fallen a little bit under over her last 5 games. She has gone over this line in 3. Head-to-head with the New York Liberty. 1 game. And that's not great. However, if you're going to go over 1 game, it might as well be a game that's this season, so it's relevant. So I do like the fact that this happened 2 weeks ago. Now, we can also look at some things. Maybe the minutes are different. Minutes are about the same in all these games. just a little bit more efficient. She took more shots in this game. So minutes were almost the same in all these games. However, the shot volume was way lower. So obviously her percentages are going to be lower. In this game, 6 of 11. So if we get this type of production where she's involved more, 10 plus field goal attempts will help you get the over on this one. What about her first half? Let's look at the last 5. First half PRA against the Liberty. That last game she hit it, but overall her last 5 games, she's gone over points in 3 of her last 5 first half. 5.5 points seems kind of low. She got you 9 here. These are pretty close. One more shot, she's over. She goes 3 for 3. It's honestly, going 3 for 3 is not asking a lot. I mean, it's not like you're asking a player to go 10 for 10. 3 for 3, especially if your points are in the paint, you're just missing a putback basically. 2 of 5, 3 of 5. One more shot, she goes over. Again, 2 of 5. One more shot, she goes over. She's super close on first half points. I mean, she finally got the over on this one. She doesn't even need to make 4 shots. 3 shots gets it done. Maybe look at her first half points. And if you want to stack it where you like the over first half points and an over full game PRA, then you know the first half points are going to help you with the full game. All right. So I don't recommend playing the Javier Assad because of the nerf payout. But if you are going to play it, then try to find a demon prop that you do like. That way it helps with that payout. Otherwise, you're just going to receive less money. Over on Shakira Austin, you could also look the over on Alyssa Thomas points and rebounds, or just points. Those two are also in play. This Charlie Blackman looked really good when we broke it down. I don't understand why the odds are so bad, but there are a lot of good data points that supported an over. Chris Bryant scares me a little bit, but if you feel like he's starting a little hit streak, little hot streak, then you could take a shot on this one in a flex. And if you ran this as a $20 flex, it would go from a 10x to a 17x. So you are getting a bit more money. $140 more money. All right. Let's see what else. I'm smoking that Blackman shit. Let's see who talked about Ohtani last game in the chat, going over total base props, because he had himself a really good game. I think he definitely had a home run. I don't know how many bases he hit, but he went over by a lot. Whoever that person was, remind me in the chat, because I just saw the Ohtani over 0.5 home run. Was it you, JR? Did you talk about Ohtani last game? He had a fantastic game. What is up? Pro Reactor. What's going on, Pro Reactor? Go with Suns. Going with Suns players risky if it blows out. Only play 20 minutes. Okay, gotcha. Connecticut Sun. When you said Suns, I was thinking Phoenix. What's good, La Liga? Good morning. It was you, JR. It was you. I think it's still hitting. That shit hit hard. Soccer now has demon props. Demon props are making her way across all sports on PrizePicks. See, Asia Wilson rebounds. I locked it in as well. Nice. All right, let's clear this out. Let's see. Ohtani home run should be down here. If you went back to Orange is the New Blackman and went to his total bases, just playing these two picks goes from a 3x to a 6.5. So if you feel very strongly about these two, then you could build around this in a flex, and you could go all home runs, and they're never going to be goblins. You could afford to put a second, or you could afford to put a goblin in at this point, a couple of goblins in, because the payout is so high on these two. It'll balance out. You know, you don't want to build it out too goblin-y, because then you just balance out. If you're playing demons and then your payout is equal to what it would be if you didn't play demons, there's no point. You should be playing demons. They are risky, but if you're playing demons, you're obviously trying to leverage the higher payout. You don't want to nerf it too much to where you're only getting back what you would normally get back. That's like, it's like buying something and selling it back to somebody for the same price you bought it for. So you go Ellie De La Cruz over. That's the third demon, and that goes from a 5x to a 15x, just to show you the difference. And I wouldn't even hesitate to flex this one, because typically your 3x is a 5, or your 3-pick flex, I think, is a 5x. So then if you flex this, your payout's already higher. Demons do open up a lot of options, but they're also very risky. So don't be reckless. All right, I see. Let's look at Asia Wilson rebounds. Now, I'm sure y'all locked this in at 11.5, right? Or did you lock it in at 12? Let's take a look at it at 12, because that's what's on the board. We'll also look at Kelsey Plum's assist at 5.5. Man, that Seager fantasy score the other day was a good one. That was a good one. The slip that hold on, we should actually look at that real quick. Hold on. I'm just gonna pull up the Vegas Atlanta game real quick. But the slip that we built on stream last stream, it had Seager, Bob Seager. Let's see. This one. So this was the slip that so it was a Seager over, Taurasi under, McBride and Plum let me down, but Ionescu got her 3. So remember, the Ionescu and Kelsey Plum got taken off the board. So we went this one instead. And then the Ramirez play was looking really good. He got off to a quick start and then just stopped. This is what he does. He just stops. This one I played yesterday. This one kind of pissed me off because Christian Yelich has been raking. So I was like, dude, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Yeah, again, just one play away from a nice hit yesterday. All right, let's go back to the board. I just wanted to show y'all that slip that we just built out on the stream. It was pretty close. It's pretty close. Anyway, this De La Cruz total base prop is only in here just to show the payout boost for the Demons. I don't know if it's a good play or not. We can look at it, but I only threw that in there to show the difference. Yeah, Rebit is new. Rebit is very similar to Fliff. I don't know if Rebit is available in Texas. Most books like that aren't. Seager over total bases. Dylan Cease over strikeout. Schwarber over hits. A hitter fantasy. Seager and Cease. Dylan Cease is here. And Seager. All right, Seager has what total bases? Yeah, we're not going to find his total bases on PrizePicks. You're going to have to go with Goblin or Deeblin. Goblin or Demon on that one. I mean, the only one that isn't nerfed right now is his fantasy score. All right, let's take what we have. Let's go over to props.cash. Let's start in the Vegas ATL. What are they called? The Atlanta Dream? The Dream Catchers? What the fuck are they? They're human beings, god damn it. No, what's their team name? I think they're called the Atlanta Dream, right? Las Vegas Aces. That's got to be the best name in the league, the Aces. I think that's a pretty dope name. All right. Kelsey Plum over assist. All right. Well, that's first half. I'm like, why are we looking at this? She hasn't even gotten 5. I mean, she's getting most of it done in the first half. Her assist line today is 5.5. She's gone over in 4 out of 7 games versus the Atlanta Dream. I think they're the Dream. Correct me if I'm wrong. Back-to-back games of 5 or more, but she's been hooking it. 3 straight with 5, and then she gets over. I do like her head-to-head numbers here because it's pretty consistent. I mean, yeah, there's that little group of games where she didn't get it, but you know how finicky assists are. It takes 2 people to get it right. So if her teammates are missing shots, or they're like, you can set your teammate up for a good shot and they turn the ball over, you know. So a lot of things can happen. Projected for 5.16. Assist line on DraftKings Bet, ESPN Bet, FanDuel, Fliff, Bet Rivers, Unibet, Caesars, Jesus, Bovada, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books like the under on this one. Yikes. Yeesh. I'm sure it's because the Atlanta defense is only allowing 19 assists per game, but she's also had really good games against the Atlanta Dream. So What if they're not called the Atlanta Dream and I'm just making that up? The Atlanta Lizards, the Atlanta Peaches. I think Dream is it. I think Dream is it. In fact, hey Siri, who are the Atlanta Dream? Boom! Nailed it. All right. Mystery solve. I mean, history against Atlanta is good. Atlanta's defense is locking it down though, so that does explain why the odds are so in favor of an under. Is there anything else you can pivot to off her assist? 3-pointers. Oh my God. Minus 198 to go over. Holy crap. What does she have a 3-point prop today? Hell no. Hail to the no. 7.5 rebounds and assists. Damn. What about fantasy score? 32.5 fantasy score for Kelsey Plum. Remember the problem last season with the Aces? They were just kicking the shit out of everybody. So like the fantasy projections were always too high because they would just be done in 3 quarters. Literally, they sit their whole team will be on the bench like in the 4th quarter. It's ridiculous. If I don't know what the line is on this game. Her points are pretty even though. So let's say she gets you 18 points, 2 rebounds, that's 20.4. 5 assists, that's 27.9. 27.4. 27.4. If she got you 2 blocks and steals, that'll be 33.4. Nah, fantasy points look too high. At 32.5, she needs 32.6. She's gonna turn the ball over at least one time. That's gonna bring it down to under. Damn. Maybe this matchup is just not good for the overs, for the Aces because of blowout potential, I guess. All right, let's look at Aja Wilson. Aja. So if you lock this in at 11.5, I'm assuming those who said they locked it in played it at 11.5 because the odds were really in favor of the over at minus 130, minus 140, minus 136, minus 140, minus 139, minus 139. All the books like the over on this one, right? So at 12, her numbers against the Dream, not great. She struggled a lot, only gone over in 1 out of those 7 games. However, when she's not playing the damn Dream, she is a 70%. She's a 70%. She has a 70% hit rate, getting you 12 or more in 7 out of these 10 games. So not just getting the over, but really crushing the over. In fact, the fewest rebounds she has in those 7 games is 13. So she just skips 12 and just goes right to 13. Today, Aja, I like saying that. Aja Wilson is projected for 13 rebounds. So you're getting favorable projections, very favorable odds. The only thing that's a bugaboo in this bitch is the history versus the Dream, when they've done a really good job of not letting her get 14. Now, it's very possible that some of these games were just out of hand in the first half. If she stayed on track, there's 12, there's 14, there's 10. These 3 games, I don't really know what happened. In the second half, you're seeing much lower output in the second half. Typically, when you see the second half teeter off like that, it's due to games being out of reach in either direction. You're either getting blown out or you're blowing out the other team, but it's limiting your minutes. I guess another thing we can do is just take a look at her minutes. It's very possible to be on the floor and just not contribute. It's very possible just to be on the floor and not do shit. Just ask Tobias Harris. So just because she's playing the minutes doesn't mean she's doing shit with them. We are seeing a very big difference in first half to second half, though. So I guess if you feel like this game stays close enough to keep her active, then 11.5 was too low. 12.5 is in play. All right, MLB. Let's look at Dylan Cease and assist. Today, he does not play for the Chicago White Sox. San Diego, right? Yeah. All right, so Dylan Cease, strikeouts 6, got bumped down from 6.5 to 6. Probably because, well, I don't know what PrizePicks had it at before. If they opened it at 5.5, Pinnacle was giving you -169 to go over. So if it started off at 5.5, it does make sense why it's at 6. But I feel like it was at 6.5, got bumped down to 6 because look at the amount of juice to the under on all 4 of these books. That makes more sense to me. Now it's at 6. So let's look at it at 6. He's gone over 6 in 8 of his last 10, 4 of his last 5. Numbers versus the Kansas City Royals. He's perfect. He's gone over in 5 games, but he's pushed in 1. A way to word that is he has yet to go under that. He has not yet gone under 6. That's more accurate than saying he's gone over in, 6 games because he technically didn't get the over. Projected for 7.29. Kansas City doing a good job of not whiffing versus righties this season, only whiffing at a 18.9% rate. That is good for third best in the league, second best in the league. BVP versus Dylan Cease. Bobby Witt has hit him well. Pasquantino, Velasquez, Frazier, Melendez, and Isbell all have plus batting averages. Strikeout rates are a little high. Over 20, over 20, over 20, 60%. Good Lord. Who is that? Isbell? Velasquez. I mean, really, everyone except Frazier has an above 20% strikeout rate. So, yeah, it's possible for them to have good games against Dylan Cease, but also strike out. If they're getting 4 or 5 at-bats, you can strike out twice in 5 at-bats. So it's possible for both of those things to happen. That one, it looks good at 6. Looks good at 6.5. It still looks good at 6.5. But the only thing that changes are the odds, because at 6.5, you're going to get really heavy juice to the under on that one. All right, let's look at Shohei Ohtani home runs. Hopefully he doesn't strike out too many times. If you're looking at the over on his home runs, he has 1 home run. Correction. Yes, he has 1 home run in his last 5 games. Plus 250 odds to go over. He's projected for 0.3 home run. Yeah, these projections are so funny on home runs because you're never going to see like 1 or 1.2 home runs. One at bat versus Dakota Hudson. In fact, the only Dodger that has you have 3 Dodgers that have decent numbers, but Freeman has the most plate appearances against Hudson. 500 batting average, only a 14% strikeout rate, 14% walk rate. So if you're looking to play the over on Freeman's fantasy score, that one looks like it could be in a good spot because he's going to put the ball in play. force force Hudson to pitch to him a little bit, but we're looking at Ohtani today. Ohtani versus left-handed pitchers this season. 3 homers versus the 11 against righties. I fucked that up. My bad. I was looking at Ohtani as a left-handed batter and thought I was looking at Dakota Hudson as a left-handed pitcher. Scratch that. Ohtani versus right-handed pitching. 11 home runs. So yes, that's in your favor. 11 out of his 14 home runs have come against right-handed pitchers like Hudson. Now Hudson versus lefties. There you go. So Hudson versus lefties, bit of an inflated average, almost as many batters faced here. So you can't really, sometimes you see a really, really big difference. I mean, 17 batter difference is not that many. 19 singles, 3 doubles, and 3 homers. His numbers are almost identical. So the only reason the batting average is higher is because lack of batters faced. But look at this, 19, 6, and 2. So it doesn't really matter which side of the plate. He has, he's given up a little power, a little production to both lefties and righties. Should get 5 at bats today. So looking to take the over on this home run, he should give you 4 to 5 opportunities to go over. Now, this is a demon play, so super risky, as you always know, but you can look to use that as a payout boost. The only player that I have in that lineup that I didn't really do research on, or I just threw him in there for the sake of throwing him in there, was the Elly De La Cruz over total base prop at 1.5. He's projected for 0.8 hits, 1.95 hits, runs, and RBIs. So if you're looking to take the over Javier Assad hits allowed, Elly De La Cruz would be a great correlation to that. I don't know if you can put this in the same slip because they're facing each other, but obviously if De La Cruz gets a hit or multiple hits versus Javier Assad, it does help you with the over on that one. In 5 plate appearances, he has 1 single and a double, 600 slug, and a 400 batting average. De La Cruz is also whiffing at a high rate, so he's swinging for the fences. He's not getting there every time, but man, he's trying. 40% strikeout rate versus righties on the year. De La Cruz is seeing the ball just a lot better versus Assad than just another righty. So again, I just randomly threw Elly De La Cruz in there. But as you can see, the BVP versus Assad is still it's a pretty good spot. Righties, despite his woes versus righties on the year in terms of like the strikeout rate and everything, he's doing much better versus righties than lefties. All his power is coming versus righties. I mean, the majority of his plate appearances are versus righties as well. He has 16 extra base hits versus righties compared to 4. And then Assad struggling a little bit more versus lefties, but not by much. The averages are almost there. I mean, these are numbers that are just pretty similar. So you can look to take a shot on Elly De La Cruz if you want to go over on total bases. Damn, he's averaging a strikeout. You can even try to take a look at his fantasy score today. I don't know what it is, but you can take a shot at that one. If we broke this down, that's 2, that's 4, and that's 7. If this was the actual double, that'd be over fantasy, I'm sure. All right. So we like the over. Blackman as always. I don't mind that De La Cruz in a flex. Ohtani, risky. Homers are always risky because he can have a fantastic game and not hit a home run, you know, and go over a lot of different lines and still not get this one. So the home runs are always going to be riskier. Asia Wilson over rebounds. Plum, man, those assists did not look good for Plum. We were trying to look at different props for her, like her fantasy score. I don't really see a clear path to that over. Man, I don't know, man. And then the over on Dylan Cease. If you ran this as a 6 pick, it goes from a 25x to a 57x. 57x. So 20 gets you 1140 if you put 20 on that. That's a lot of money. All right, so that's second round of player props. What else do we got? Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Cream. Now that's a strip club. I know that's the name of a strip club. Texas Coach. What's up, Texas Coach? Brianna Jones first half points look good on Outlier. Not sure if y'all looked at her yet. Never mind. Bumped up to 6. I took Plum PA. Okay. Gotcha. So you pivoted from the assist to PA. Cool. All right. Man, this rain it's not even raining anymore. It's just always messing up the interwebs for me. Real quick, I wanted to share how we did in the Discord yesterday. I had a pretty good game, or had a pretty good day yesterday. The funny thing is, it's really easy to look at a few days and just get like super rejected and feel rejected and dejected because you didn't have winning days. And all it takes is just one day. If you're smart with your bankroll, all it takes is just one day to like get it back on track. So yesterday was kind of that day. Up 102 units yesterday, 5-1 yesterday. All of these slips were shared in premium. 25x, $500 win right there. Every single one of these plays was shared in the premium yesterday. Built the slip using the plays that I put in the Discord. So $500 cash, 102 units, 103 units. Karl Anthony Towns chalked that slip. That could have been another $100 win right there. This esports slip, I should say, this one was built using props.cash. And we could take a look at that real fast on props.cash, the CSGO. And I'm always looking for different ways to leverage, but this one was really close to hitting as well. Christian Yelich, you already saw the Christian Yelich slip yesterday. There's a better Luka promo. Another hit on underdog. So it does look bad sometimes when you have 3 days in a row of like not being profitable. And when you are, you know, providing plays for everybody in the Discord, and you have a few days and it doesn't look good. And then one day you hit with one day and it's all better. It just takes one day. Overall on the month, up 72.6 units. You're going to lose. You're going to lose a couple of days in a row. You're going to lose 4 days in a row. You're going to lose 3 days in a row. But the goal is to maintain profit throughout the month. I would love to win every single day. I would love that. Honestly, I don't know if it's possible, but I'm trying to limit the losses, increase the wins, and provide profitable slips. That's really the name of the game. So while a week may be bad, you got to play it out. Like if you join the Discord and you're only looking to jump on a good day, that's not how it works. You get in, you give it time, and you make money. That's how it works. If you're just looking for a quick hit, there are a lot of bullshitters on Twitter for that. But this is real shit. This is real shit. This is what we do in the Discord every single day. So those slips were fun. I'm giving y'all like a little free insight into the plays that I've already put in the Discord. Esports slip, underdog slip, a few plays yesterday. All the plays that I gave out yesterday as well hit, except for Josh Green. He did not turn the ball over. These are all the plays that I gave out. I played every single one that he's in a slip, and they hit. So it's a pretty good day. We ate. We made a little money yesterday. Just wanted to share that in the Discord. 10-day pass, $9.99. 1 month, $19.99. And then for the full year, you signed up for a year, you made it back yesterday. No joke. I mean, it's that easy. So I guarantee you'll get I guarantee you will get a return on your investment. I guarantee that. How much is kind of up to you, because I typically pay I play anywhere between $5 and $20 slips. I don't really go higher than that. But if you are playing $50 slips, $100 slips, if you put $100 on that 6-pick that hit yesterday for 25x, that's $2,500. You would have made $2,500 playing $100. I put 20 on it. So how much you make is kind of up to you. Not up to me. It's up to you. But yeah, a win is a win. Profit is profit. Let's go back over to props.cash. Now, what I did yesterday is I built out an esports slip using the CSGO game logs, just like we do for NBA, MLB, whatever. So now props.cash doesn't have all the games, so only the ones that are broken down like this. I can't click on this game is not available. So the next game that's available is this 12:30 game between Sampy and Dynamo Eclo. I'm sure there are plus EV bets for CSGO. In fact, I know there are. They're not always accessible, but just looking at props.cash, you know, right off the bat, this Zedco play, 31 map 1-2 kills, 5 straight overs, 7 out of his last 9 over. Numbers against this this matchup, he's 50%, or they are 50%. I don't know what they identify as, he, she, him, they, but 31 map kills. So what I did yesterday is I just went down the line and I just researched the game history, last 5, last 10, just like we do with NBA, NFL, WNBA. And I just played plays, whether they were over or under. If I come across a player who's 1 out of his last 10, I'm looking at the under. Like this one, I'd look at the under. 3 straight unders, 3 overs, 7 unders. I look at the under. You can only play one player from each team. So what you can try to do is play one player from each side and have some correlation. And I just went all the way down the list, pulling up plays. And then I put it in the Discord for everybody to see in a slip. So I think I'm going to keep trying this strategy out. And sometimes you're not going to find anything in a game. You just skip it. But like this one, Mezzy, 26 map went to 1-2 kills. 1 out of 5 games he's gone over. 2 out of 10. I would play the under on this one and just build out from there. Yeah. What was that first one? Zedco? All right. Let's build out a quick slip. If whoever's still on, 11 viewers still on, if y'all want to build out a slip, let's do it. Let me know in the chat. If not, we can just cut it short here. But let's see if we can build out a slip. Non-demon slip. No demons. No demons. All right. I like this Cease play. And then I like that Zedco play. Is Zedco still up on the board? Hopefully he's still up on the board. Yeah. Over. All right. So Cease over, Zedco over. Also, if you don't play esports, like I didn't play esports for a long time. I didn't know what I was doing. Sometimes people just stick to the sports they're most familiar with, which is NBA or MLB. But there is so much value out there across multiple sports. You know, watching this stream or anybody else's stream that opens your eyes to different sports, it only helps you build better slips and more slips, because the difference between building an all NBA slip, you know, could be all your money, because you're now forcing plays in there. Like, I don't think this is a good play, but I'm gonna throw it in there anyway. If you just build out the best slip you can across 5 or 6 different sports, it's super diverse, and you don't have to be a pro at the sport to play it. So MLB, esports shouldn't matter to you. If it wins, money is one color, is green, right? That's what you're trying to build, is money. All right. Oh, this one might, if it's still up. I'm just looking at my plays. League of Legends. So we have a CS2. We have a MLB. All right, so here's a League of Legends play. Scorth over 4.5 first map kills. That's a 3 pick right there. Zwoo. I'm trying to find. There he is. So here's Zwoo over. Well, not over. Here's Zwoo, 37.5 first 2 map kills. The only reason I'm saying he is because if you pay attention to esports, there are, I believe there are women leagues, lady leagues. And so I don't know if they're like making it like male and female leagues, but I've seen like that difference. So I'm assuming that this individual is male? 4 out of last 10 overs, but all the overs are starting to like decrease, right? Coming back down, coming back down, coming back down. What team? Heroic versus Vitality. Let's pull that game up. Man, so many games. Don't forget about headshots too. If you're not seeing a lot pop on props.cash with the CSGO, and you're only looking at first 2 map kills, don't forget about headshots. Headshots is also in play. You can also look to first 2 map headshots. All right, let's see. Erica under points 23.5. Oh, they bumped her points down? Wale? I felt like her points opened up at 24. Arika Wale's points. It may have been her assist. Looking at the under on her assist. Ronel Blanco had a really good strikeout prop up earlier today, and they bumped it down. So it was at 6.5. A lot of people were taking the under at 6.5 strikeouts, and it's been bumped down to 5.5. So that was a good play. All right, Wale's points at 23.5. Books like the over on this one. It was at 24. So Caesars had it at 24. Once it was at 24, while it was at 24, this one was in play. That 1 point does make a huge difference in terms of the hit rate. But the assist minus 200 to go under 5.5 assist. We're getting them at 4.5. You're still getting minus 135 to go under, minus 120 to go under. All these plays, all these books like the under 4.5 assists for Wale. Yeah, her points at 24.5. That was a great under. Now that it's been bumped down a whole point, not even a half point, just a whole point, that kind of sucks. Let's see. What about that? Appreciate y'all being on, though. Whoever's left, appreciate y'all still being here. We're about to finish out this 6 pick, and you can tell it if you want, but we're going to submit it here pretty soon. What about the fantasy point line for Freddie Freemandela? So for Freddie Freemandela, the only reason I want to look at this is the BVP versus Dakota Hudson, because we were looking at the Ohtani home run line. And then in looking at that, we noticed that the BVP for Freeman versus Hudson, he has the most at-bats versus Hudson. 500 batting average, 600 BABIP, very low K rate, very high walk rate. ISO is strong. He does have 2 singles and a double against Hudson. Freeman versus right-handed pitchers. This season, he continues to rake at 6 homers, 25 singles. 13 doubles and a triple. And then Hudson versus left-handed bats. Again, struggling a little bit. Numbers are almost identical. Aside from the doubles being a little lower, numbers are damn near identical. Freeman over his last 5 games, heating up a little bit. He's averaging a hit in those games, hits, runs, and RBIs. This looks, the average looks better than the actual game by game, but that is still 12 hits, runs, and RBIs in his last 5 games. So that's 2, that's 4, that's 7. I was hoping for a little, I was hoping for a little bit more from him to feel confident taking the over on his hitter fantasy prop. Nah, I'm not too sure about that one. I thought we see a little bit better of a I thought we see a little bit better of numbers for him. All right. We need 2 more plays. What else y'all got? So far we have Cease, Zedko, Scorth. These are both esports players. There's CS2. There's League of Legends. There's Ungabawale under her assist. That one's in play as well. We could throw the Poirier play in there. I have not completed the $25 on the Poirier play. That would be pretty dope, right? Have all this shit hit, and then we go into tomorrow, and he just needs 1 strike, and boom, we cash it. McCowan rebounds. All right, we're getting minus 138 odds for the over on DraftKings. ESPN Bet likes the under. FanDuel likes the over. Flip likes the over. Bet Rivers likes the under. Unibet likes the under. Caesars likes the over. Bovada, BetMGM projected for 9 rebounds. Could McCowan be a reason why Alyssa Thomas does not hit her rebound prop today? We already looked at the over on Alyssa Thomas's rebounds. Numbers against the Connecticut Sun. Now, I know that average doesn't look great, but that's why it's important to dig into these numbers, because look at the difference here. Look at this nice gradual increase. That's beautiful. Even this little shit here, she popped right back up. I mean, you want to talk about points in the paint? Points in the paint can look like a bunch of different things. Points in the paint correlate with second chance points. Second chance points could be missed shots, grab a rebound, throw it back up. Then we look at the correlation here. 13 second chance points, 15 points in the paint. How many of those came off rebounds? 8 points or 8 second chance points, 12 points in the paint. Again, rebounds. 6 second chance points, 9 points in the paint. How many of those came off rebounds? McCowan, first half points at 6.5, and then first half PRA at 11.5 versus the Sun. That one looks good. Her rebounds look good. I'm curious though, like, what do her first half numbers look like? Six and a half points. So all they have are 6.5 points and then the fantasy points. 6.5 points versus the Sun. I'm not really feeling that. She's averaging 6 points in the first half. She's averaging, we'll go 4 rebounds. So that's 10.8, 13.3, and that's 16.3, 15.3. That's not quite enough to go over first half fantasy. Over her last 5, averaging 1.4 turnovers. That's 5 points total. Wow, there is 9 points. That's 14. Yeah, her first half fantasy points overall are pretty strong, but her first half fantasy points versus the Connecticut Sun have not been all that great. Maybe trying to get a little too cute with that one. So all right, let's stick with the McCowan over rebounds, and then why not? Let's just throw this Poirier in there, and let's complete this. How does she face off against that team in specific? Against the Sun? Against the Sun, it's not bad. I mean, we're looking for the rebounds, right? She goes out there and gets you 5 to 6 rebounds in the first half. She's over halfway there. She's more than halfway there. The difference in the second half, the first half, she's getting you 4 rebounds in the second half versus the Sun, and she's getting you 4 in the first half here. However, look at this. I don't even want to. I want to exclude some of these games because these are not starter minutes. These are not. So it's going to bring the average down when you look at the first half numbers here. But if you want to just be more relevant in the first half over the last 5 games, it's a little bit more relevant. 11, 17, 21, 26. 26 divided by 5 is basically 5 rebounds. Second half, 7, 17, 23, 30. That's 6 rebounds. So in those 5 games, she's getting you 11 rebounds. Last 5 games versus the Suns, she's averaging 11 rebounds per game. It's basically like 5 and 6, 6 and 5 split. So I think her numbers versus the Sun look good. Son of a bitch. So Scorth just got bumped. I don't like to play bumps, especially on a community slip like this. Let's take his ass out. And we're going to put, I wish I could put 20 on this, but all I have left is 19. I wonder if I can put 20 on this. You think PrizePicks has a glitch? Nah. $19 is what I have left on the Poirier square. I have 19 bucks left on the Poirier square. All right, we're going to submit it, right? 19. Boom, done. All right. Here's our 5 pick. We got Cease over strikeouts. We got Zedko over first 2 map kills. Ungable Wale under her assists. We got McCowan over rebounds, and we topped it off with Poirier. You can literally tell this, and if you have not played your Poirier slip, you can put the whole amount on this shit, or you can just do 10, 5, 15, wherever you want. Whatever you want. So that's our 5-pick here on the stream. I'll share this in the Discord, but it'll be for everybody to tell. And there you go. Let's add to the profit. Let's end this month in grand fashion. All right, before we go, I mentioned earlier, if you are looking for a different pick'em site to play on, if you are only playing on PrizePicks, you'll hear me talk about different pick'em sites. However, I have links for a lot of different things, not just pick'em sites. So whether, you know, you want to play on Underdog, you want to play on BETR, you want to play on JOCKMKT and HOTSTREAK, I have all those links in my description. But if also you have access to books, I have a BetMGM promo code, DraftKings promo code, FanDuel promo code, Bet365 promo code. I have a lot of different promo codes. All this is also in the stream description. But I wish I could take advantage of these because there are some great deals. I'm not able to because I live in a state that does not support this. But BetMGM, get your first bet paid back up to $1,500. No sweat bet up to $1,500. Still promoting North Carolina players getting an additional $200. Bet 5, get $150 in bonus bets. There's another North Carolina promo. Bet365. Look, there's just a lot of free things going on out there. A lot of great offers. So if you have access to these bets or these books, definitely consider adding them. If you're only playing on PrizePicks, it's not enough. It's not enough, especially when they bump plays, especially when they nerf them, especially when they make them demons and you can't take the unders on them. You know, it's not going to be enough. So consider doing that. Consider hitting that like button on your way out. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you've lasted this long, I really appreciate it. We've gone almost 2 hours in today's stream. Final stream of the month. Final live stream of May. Tomorrow is a new day, a new month. First day of June. I would love nothing more than to kick June off with some big wins. Recapping some big wins. So hopefully we can make that happen. But nonetheless, this has been a very profitable month for me. It's been a very profitable month for the Discord. In fact, the first 2 months of the premium Discord, it's been all profit. And I got proof. I can back my shit up and not just talk it. So if you want to see that proof, let me know. I'll be more than happy to share that with you. But that's going to do it for today's live stream. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:50 a.m. on a Saturday morning to kick off new games. We got the first game of the NBA Finals on Sunday, I believe, June 2nd. So basketball will be back in our lives sooner rather than later. And enjoy it while you can, because once the finals are over, you'll be jonesing so badly, you'll be betting on the NBA draft. So maybe we'll do something fun for the NBA draft. But appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate y'all being here. Again, hit the like button on your way out. Consider subbing up to the channel. Click that notification bell so you don't miss out on tomorrow's live stream and future live streams. As I always say, hope all of your player props respect the damn coin. And until tomorrow's Player Prop Talk live stream, Chavez is out.